To the men's gymnastics event finals here in St. Petersburg. I'm Bart Connor along with Kathy Johnson. There will be 3 men's finals tonight. We've already seen the floor and the pommel horse. This is the third of those events. It will be the still rings. Once again, Alexei Nemov has tied for 2 gold medals with Grigory Misyutin. So both of them have 2 golds out of 2 available in tonight's competition. First up on the rings, Alexei Voropayev. Now, Voropayev was one of our favorites in the all-around competition. Won a bronze medal there. Excuse me, won the silver medal in the all-around competition. He was the top qualifier coming into the still rings, and yet he has to go up first. How much of a disadvantage is that, Kathy?
Well, with a gymnast with this type of reputation, it's not quite as bad. It's never lucky to go first, though.
He had a 9-8 in the preliminary rounds. The judges are looking for strength moves like that inverted iron cross and a press out to a handstand. There's a Maltese cross. And then the judges require the gymnast to swing to a handstand. Like that.
Picked up just a little bit of swing in the rings. Double layout with a full twist. Tiny little hop on the landing. I was going to say, in order to win, having gone first in the competition, you have to be so much better than everyone else. Nice laid out position, but he did have that little hop in the landing.
The score, 9.775 for Voropayev, the first to go up. That's the standard to beat. Now his biggest competition comes from this young man, Scott Keswick, 24 years old, from the United States. He's been a finalist before, as we said, in the World Championships. He has an outstanding routine. He was the second qualifier coming into these finals. It's a big moment for him. If he could hit a routine here, he could get the gold.
And the key elements in the routine, be getting in the proper position in all his strength moves, keeping the rings entirely still, and sticking his dismount, which, as I said at the beginning of the show, it's one of the most difficult dismounts in the entire competition.
Trains 6 days a week, 4 to 6 hours a day at UCLA. He's not had a good competition here, except on this event, the rings.
Beautiful inverted cross. He swings right back to another one. He needs complete control, and he's got it.
Great exercise so far. Here's that big dismount.
Double, double. One little step. Now it will depend on how many other gymnasts stick their dismounts and really rock the routine.
Good routine for Scott. Got married a couple of months ago to his friend from UCLA, Michelle Hunt. Been several years on the national team. Hopes to compete all the way through to the '96 Olympics. 9.7, the score for Scott Keswick. That puts him in second place at this point.
That would be 9-8, Coach.
You heard him say that would be 9-8, Coach. The other day in the preliminaries, his routine was scored from a base score of 10. Today, it was scored from a base of 9.9. I don't know exactly why. The judges being especially picky. So his score of a 9.7 would have been a 9.8 had he had a higher base score to begin with. Now, this is Grigory Misyutin. Has 2 gold medals, one in the floor and one in the pommel horse today. He tied with Nemov for those golds.
He has been very successful in this event at the World Championships and at the Olympic Games in Barcelona. Won silver medals. That's a nice combination.
He won 4 silver medals at the Barcelona Olympics, but few people remember Grigory Misyutin as much as they, of course, remember Vitaly Sherba, who won 6 golds in Barcelona. Sherba's not here. He's at home, considering shoulder surgery.
Beautiful position in the air on that dismount. No one has, as of yet, really stuck the dismount. You have tiny little hops.
You're right, and in the finals, it really comes down to who nails it. .9.6, the score for Grigory Misyutin. So he will be in third place after just 3 performers. Scott Keswick from the United States currently in second place. Now we're going to get a chance to see Cheney Humphrey, 24-year-old, trains at UCLA with Scott Keswick. You can see the huge shoulders and arms on Cheney. Very strong, and this is one of his best events. He's 5'6" and 165 pounds, so he needs to be that bulky and that strong to manage to do well with a 165-pound body, which is quite heavy for a gymnast at this level. Nice mount. The press to a Maltese. And a second Maltese, and he's in a little bit of a trouble there. He should have held that a little bit longer.
It's where the judges are really going to be picky. They want to see these strength elements held a little bit longer in order to give the bonus points and have the routine start from a 10. Full twisting double back. Good landing. I think he's happy with that routine.
He certainly is, and it'll be interesting to see what the judges do with that sequence there, because he was doing a Maltese cross. Gets congratulations from Art Sherlock, his coach there at UCLA. This mount is great. Back roll right around to an L cross. You can just imagine the amount of strain on the shoulders and elbows, and he does it easily. Now this is the Maltese. Rolls around and he does the second Maltese, but he does not hold it very long. You need to hold that 2 seconds to get full credit.
All right, hey, Mom, Dad, Maria, Francis, Edward, Greg, Natalie. All right.
Well, we'll be back with Cheney Humphrey's score in a minute. Welcome back to the finals here in St. Petersburg. We're halfway through the rings competition. The score for Cheney Humphrey, a 9.55, which at this point puts him in 4th. This is 22-year-old Dan Barinka from Romania. He's a bronze medalist at the World Championships on the still rings. One of the favorites in this event. He has a slight advantage in that he's going late up in this competition. Our leader was the first one to go, Voropayev. Scott Keswick from the U.S., currently in second place. Barinka could affect the standings. Look at that mount. Back rolled across, pull out to a Maltese cross, and look at that. Swing to an inverted cross, a little shaky.
But he's in the exact position he wants to be in every single strength move.
The Romanians were a last-minute entry into these Goodwill games. They normally have holiday time during the summer. This year is an unusual year. 2 world championships, individual worlds in Australia in the spring, and coming up, the team worlds in Germany in the fall.
Very, very solid routine. Not the difficulty on the dismount, but throughout the routine, all of the strength. Just
You're right.
Amazing.
He chose to get his bonus points from the judges through these strength moves. This is awesome. Back roll to an iron cross, and you say, perfect position, totally level across. And now he pulls out and then presses into a Maltese cross.
This is a solid dismount because he had all his bonus points taken care of early in the routine. He came out with a great landing.
9.8, the score for Dan Barinka from Romania, which puts him in first place at this point and drops Scott Keswick from the United States to 3rd.
Și-am plecat.
This is Dmitry Vasilenko, the final performer on the rings. Barinka has the lead, Voropayev second, Scott Keswick in 3rd. If Vasilenko gets a good score here, he could bounce Scott Keswick out of the medal standings He had a 9.525 in the preliminary, so it's unlikely that he'll hit the routine of his life here, and I think he's in a little trouble. Fell out of that one strength element, made a good recovery.
Wow, he came up with a great landing. Almost looked like he was going to get hung up in the rings on the dismount. Notice there's a little hitch in the middle of the dismount, right in there, but he pulled it around.
The score, a 9.725 for Dmitry Vasilenko. So, by 25 thousandths of a point, Scott Keswick from the United States will not get a medal in his best event, the rings. Keswick gets fourth.
Start singing it, Jeff.
As you can see there, the judges are discussing the score for Dmitry Vasilenko on the rings. There was a conflict with Scott Keswick's score. The judges have changed the score. So instead of Vasilenko getting a 9.725, he will get a 9.7, which means he will tie for the bronze medal with America's Scott Keswick in another bizarre turnaround with the scores here at the Goodwill Games. Dan Barinka from Romania will get the gold with a 9.8. Once again, here are the final results in the rings. Barinka gets the gold, Voropayev the silver, and after a strange manipulation of the scores, Scott Keswick will share the bronze with Dmitry Vasilenko. On the pommel horse, Alexei Nemov and Grigory Misyutin, they share the gold, Shostak the bronze. And on the floor exercise, Nemov and Misyutin once again share the gold. Vasilenko got the bronze. Alexei Nemov has 4 gold medals so far. The record in a single Goodwill Games for gold medals is 5 by Yuri Korolev. So Nemov tomorrow has a chance to set a new Goodwill Games record. He'll be in 2 more of the 3 event finals tomorrow, the vault, the parallel bars, and the horizontal bar. That's it for the men's event finals here in St. Petersburg for tonight. For Kathy Johnson, I'm Bart Connor. We'll see you tomorrow.
And so a strong performance by the Romanian on the rings, but a very pleasant surprise for the U.S.
Yeah, breakthrough individually. Scott Keswick of Las Vegas, Nevada, wins a piece of the bronze medal tonight, Fred. And the interesting thing about that, he had shoulder with Kathy Johnson.
Welcome to the